Great rising, great rising, great rising. I am here. Look like y'all a little crooked up there. Let me fix it. You be joining me today. I'm getting ready to mix up this soil, plant these herbs today. I have several different herbs I'm going to put in here. I don't know if I'll fill up this whole, this is my imitation green salt. So I don't know if I'll be filling up this whole thing or not. We shall see. But welcome in to Queendom Garden. It's been a minute. For those that have been looking for me, I do apologize. I've been just a little missing in action, but I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. And I am here to share with you all that I have going on with this garden here. In addition to, let me see, there we go. So in addition to that, we're going to also take a quick tour of what's going on outside in the garden as well. But first, let's go ahead and get started with this. This is what I came on here to do, because this I've been putting it off, and now I am, give me one moment. Hello.
Let's need the signature.
Yep.
Right. What's your first initial and last name?
We can't answer the door right now,
Well,
but if you'd like to leave a message,
Alright,
do it
thank
now.
you, ma'am. Have a good day.
All right, sorry about the interruption. I am back. Thank you for being here and your patience. However, now let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is I wanted to mix all the soil together that I'm going to be using. I'm using this Miracle Grow. I heard some mixed reviews on this. Not really sure if this is a good choice or not a good choice, but we're going to start out with this. I'm a new gardener at this time, and trying everything for the first time, so you know how it goes. So let's go ahead and get this going. Let me go ahead and open up. This says for indoor potting, so I'm going to use this, okay? Use this indoor potting mix. But I'm going to mix everything together so that I have a good little mixture. I even have some worm casting that I'm going to add in here too. I could not find my gloves per se, so I'm going to have some dirty hands today. I'm going to mix these together. All right, we're mixing this up. There we go. Uh-oh. Just trying to cut that open. There we go. We're going to mix these two bags first, and then we're going to go ahead and this one is seed starting potting mix. I have here as well. So I have quite a few soils. I'm going to mix these two together. I have 2 more of those. I love the way soil smells. Oh my gosh. It makes me so happy. All right, so we get ready to mix this up. You know, get them hands in the dirt right here in my living room. We're gonna mix this up. I'm gonna add in some of this worm casting that I have. You wanna use, when you're planting indoors, you don't want a really heavy soil, at least what I've been told, right? You don't want really heavy soil. You want to be able to, you know, have it a little light and fluffy like that. So I'm gonna add in this worm casting. This is like a fertilizer for the soil, and you just mix it in. You don't really have to necessarily put it piece by piece in each one of them, but I'm gonna put quite a bit in here because I got quite a bit of soil, and I'm gonna mix that in too, just like that. Hands in the dirt, baby. Hands in the dirt. Hands in the dirt. This enriches the soil just a little bit more. I hope everybody's having a wonderful and beautiful day today. I am definitely having one. This is my imitation green stalk, so I'm going to start by filling these with soil. I don't have a particular order, but maybe I should have a particular order because some of these may grow larger than others. I'm not sure. But today I'm going to be planting my herbs, and I think I'm going to keep everything towards the top at this point. So I may not even put anything at this bottom one. I'm not 100% sure. But let's go ahead and talk about what I got here. So I'm going to be doing some sage, basil, oregano, and some thyme. Okay, I do want some cilantro. Let me see if I have any cilantro in here. I do have some peas. I got okra. I don't think I'm going to try to grow the okra on the inside though. And I just have repeats here. I don't have any cilantro. I do need to get me some cilantro. I do have, looks like, some parsley. I got a little bit of parsley here. So we'll use these parsley seeds too. So definitely do that. But first things first, like I said, I'm not gonna I don't think I'm gonna start low. I think because I'm only gonna be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus my ginger, I want my ginger to be at the top. So I'm going to start probably about here and begin to plant in this top one. Because I don't know if I want it down at the bottom because I need it to be the sun to get on it. You know, I'm talking myself through it, y'all. I'm talking myself through it. But this is the beauty, I will say, this is the beauty in doing something you've never done before. It's an adventure. It's an activity that allows you to grow. You know what I mean? It allows you to grow, for sure. So let's see here. I do have a shovel. I can go ahead in here and shovel some soil. Maybe I'll even put some soil in the bottom ones, just in case I decide to put some in there, plant something in there. I could just stick the seeds in there. Like if I get that oregano, that cilantro. I do want that cilantro. Okay, so these are really nice. I seen a friend of mine with one of these, and I was really intrigued. I just didn't want to pay green stock prices. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all heard of green stock, but green stock is pretty expensive, but I'm sure it's probably worth it, for sure. It's probably definitely worth it. Make sure this is all. Any of y'all planted anything for the fall? Make sure y'all stick around so y'all can see my fall garden outdoors. This is just me planting my indoor gardening for my herbs. So when I'm cooking, I can just come right here and get what I need right in my living room. Yes. So I'm gonna fill this up a little more. There we go. I'm gonna go around over here like so. And that's pretty much the gist of what I'll be doing here. I'm gonna put these seeds in here basil grows pretty tall. So I'll probably put that a little lower, let it grow up from the bottom up, because it does grow pretty tall. And I do have some basil outside that could have been harvested, but I didn't harvest it, so it actually kind of died off as well. And if you would, when you come into the live today, if you just hit the like button, it doesn't cost anything, but it does help out the algorithm. People who ask you for likes, they're just asking you, you know, to like the live and let other people know that if you're enjoying this, that you know that they can, so they can come and enjoy it too. Learn a little something, you know what I mean? But again, this is just me putting the soil in here. Again, I don't know how deep I need to go with this, but we're gonna go right here with these. And then you know, sometimes we put off things that we know we need to do, but I just woke up this rising and said, you know what? I've been meaning to do this. I just came back from visiting my family. So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. I'm gonna get some projects done. And this is one of those projects. You know, this is something that you can do from the inside of your home. This is what I'm saying. A lot of people say, I don't have anywhere to garden. I don't have any place that I can actually grow anything in my garden. That's the thing about that. Like, you could grow anywhere. If you grow plants in your house, and it's not about having a green thumb. It's about having a nurturing spirit, right? If you can raise your children, if you can care for them, you can care for plants, right? Because in essence, they become your little plants. Like when I was gone this week, I had to get a sitter for my garden because because somebody had to water it, right? I couldn't just leave it. So, you know, it's like caring for a plant. It's like caring for a child, something that you nurture, something that you give your energy to have it grow, and the experiences that it'll have by being under your hand, under your thumb. A lot of people are like, I don't have a green thumb. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think that your thumb gotta be green. I just think that you have to be able to have a nurturing spirit in order to do the gardening. And this is actually peaceful for me. A lot of people look for things that, you know, outside themselves to, you know, nurture themselves, like to nurture yourself, to for therapy. This is therapeutic. You know what I mean? This is actually therapeutic. You know, especially playing in the dirt. Who don't want to play in the dirt, right? We all wanted to play in the dirt as a kid, you know, so when I think about that. But I'm getting ready to put this. I got some ginger over here too that I'm going to be planting. Let me show you my ginger that has grown up here. I had it sprout. If you can see that. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. I think you should be able to see it now. Hopefully it's close enough for y'all to see. That's the ginger. I'm going to plant that as well. Ginger takes quite a bit of time to grow, but in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to be planting it shallowly into these little pockets here on the top, and then I will also be planting the other seeds. So we're going to put these seeds in here. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? The beauty of this is when you water it, it waters all the way through the whole thing. It has like a little system down in here that I'm gonna go ahead and, some of these have eyelets on it for the ginger. It has the eyelets. I don't know if you can see those. Let me get a little closer to the camera for you. Those eyelets on there, you can see. And because I just broke them off and they're like raw here, you just let it sit so that it will heal over, and then you just put them in the dirt loosely with the eyelet upward, and then it'll begin to grow. Okay, so that's something that you can definitely look into as well. So I'm gonna leave all of these here just to heal. I'm gonna put those in the dirt tomorrow, but I'm gonna put this one just because it's here in the dirt right now. And there we go, very loosely. There, it's already in there, look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? I told you. Now, I told you we're going to be doing some parsley. I had some parsley seeds left, so I'm going to go ahead and begin to put these in here. I'm going to get some stickers so I can label what is what. But for the meantime, I'm just going to use these little things to tell what I've done. There's quite a bit of parsley in there. So take these parsley seeds. I'm gonna just push them down in here like so. Just put them in there like that and push them down. This is growing from seed. Get you some parsley. Grow from seed. Alright, so this second row will be parsley. This will be ginger. I'm going to make this my sage. As I told you, I'm probably going to make the basil be the bottom. But this here is the sage. What did I do with the parsley? I just need to, because this one I didn't put anything in. This is just remind me that that's the parsley. And I'm going to put this sage in here. Okay? And this is what the seeds look like, y'all. It's not a lot of seeds, but it grows a lot of stuff. So it's kind of what the seeds look like for the sage. You can see that there. Maybe I can bring y'all a little closer to me too. There we go. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, then I can just do that, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and push in some of these sage. Get it going. Definitely. And we're just gonna water this so that it yeah, because I am definitely. So the third one is sage. And we'll put this one in there. And you just kind of cover it up with the dirt. There, and you're good to go. And I'm gonna put this for right now, right here. So I know that this section is sage. So this is gonna be ginger, parsley, sage. We're gonna put some thyme and oregano in here as well. Some of these are partner plants, so you can partner with them as well. By doing so, you can put them in the same ones. Like the thyme. Let me show you what those seeds look like. They're so tiny. I probably only use 2 sections for the thyme. They're very tiny. But this is the sage. Depending on how it works out. Where is my shovel? It's in there. Put a little more soil in here. Now, if y'all heard of, some of y'all just coming in, if y'all heard of the green stalk, this is actually the green stalk. I call it the green stalk knockoff. We're going to see how well it does. I've never used it, so I didn't want to necessarily go all in. But if I use this and it's actually really good, or I can see potential in it doing something else, I would do that. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in here for this thyme. And I'm just going to use these two sides over here for the thyme. So, there we go. We're going to see how that turned out. What y'all think that's going to look like? I don't know what that's going to look like, y'all. I don't know. But we're going to see. So I'm going to throw this in here for the thyme. And then I'm on the other side here, because I got two more. I'm going to go ahead and put the oregano on this side. And like I said, my basil is going to go at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put this oregano. So this was the sage. I'm going to do, this was sage. This was thyme. That was thyme. I'm going to put the oregano on this side. Yeah. All the seeds kind of remind you of each other, but you will be amazed because after I do this, I'm going to be taking y'all out to the garden. Any of you that saw the last video I did where I planted all of the seeds, I'm going to show you where those seeds are today as well. We'll get a little update on that. But we're going to go ahead and sprinkle some of this in here. Yeah. Those seeds growing in there. Yes. It's a rainy day out here today. Yeah. Anytime you're doing anything in your household, you know, if you got one of these tarps, they're always good to have as well. And I don't know if any of you know, but I am an Amazon affiliate, and I did get this planter from Amazon, and I do get commission for qualifying purchases. So if you interested in anything that I'm using, I will put the links in the description. Peace and love, Damo. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I am actually doing my indoor fall planting for my herbs. We're gonna see how these turn out. We'll be watching these through the fall and the winter. And yep. Let me see here. And I'll put this one here just so I can know that goes with that, and this goes. The time goes with time. The time. Time after time. All right, so yes. Thank you for being here, my brother. I am also getting ready to now do this basil. I did have, like I said, I got some basil out there. I didn't harvest it, so it's not in the best condition at this time, but we're gonna throw this basil down in here right now and get it going. And I'm gonna show you what the basil looks like. All of these seeds are really, they actually look the same. I be thinking, how do they know what they look like? I mean, what they are. But yeah, so they kind of look the same. So I'm gonna put the basil down in here. And yep, and then I'm gonna water these boys up. razor one in here. All right, so I'm gonna take the camera so y'all can see this a little bit up close of what it came out to be. Again, this is gonna be my ginger here. And so here is a piece of the ginger. I actually can plant this. I just need to probably break off this portion here. It doesn't have any nodules on it, but like this, I can, as soon as I did that, I smell it. It smells so good. But this is another piece of ginger that I have. So this was a piece that broke off of here that I just planted down in here. I'm gonna also put this down into the dirt also, but I don't think I need to put the whole thing. I probably should just be cutting it off. And if I cut it off, I gotta wait until it actually sits and not yellow anymore, that it turns white like that. Kendi K, all day. Thank you. Yeah, Kendi K all day. Thank you, sis. And I just, cause I got so much ginger, y'all know, for those that know, I juice a lot and I have a lot of ginger. I purchased it, I'm like, why not grow it, right? So I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be putting this, be breaking this off. Let me see if I can cut it. I don't know if I can cut it. If I can cut it, yeah, I can. I'm gonna go ahead and that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna let it get solidified there. Then I'll stick that down in the dirt to get it going. But these will be my pieces that I put into the soil. So I'm gonna just set them right here for right now. I can't do that. I need to water this. But before I do, I'm gonna show y'all what this looks like. Get this camera. So this is what it looks like over here. This is where the ginger will be. And as you go down, you can see the different levels. So that's kind of what it looks like over here. Yeah. So pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, and now I'm gonna take y'all outside, but before I do, I need to water these. So I'm gonna go get some water, which I should have had with me, but stay right here with me just a moment. I'm gonna get some water and then we'll go ahead and go outside. You know, I don't know, I feel like this would be too much water. Like it'd be too much water. So I'm gonna use this just so I can control the amount of water that goes in. This is my granddaughter's watering can. So I'm gonna put a little water on there, like so. I don't know if you guys can still see or not. Don't look like you can see. Pull me back here just a little bit. There you go. All right. And then we're gonna put in a little water. Let's see. And it actually goes down. You're supposed to be able to water it here. And then it goes down to the next level. Oh, that is so cool, y'all. That's what it's doing. It's going from one level to the next. Hey! I see y'all. Yeah, Damo. Yeah, you can. I didn't know it either. So if you actually using ginger in your home, um, and it starts to do that, you can regrow it. You know what I mean? You can do it yourself. So you put a little water on these here chia plants this time. I don't want to overdo it just right now, but I will keep them watered like they need to be. This is really nice because it actually, the filtration of the water goes down, 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 and then puddles down here at the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see the very bottom, but it puddles down here, and then it soaks up that water to the very bottom plant. So this is awesome. This is awesome. I think this is an awesome thing. I'll make sure I hit all of these little spots over here. I don't miss any. I don't remember if I planted anything right here. Yeah, so this is pretty much what it looks like here. I'm gonna go ahead and dump that on over there. All right, so that's what that looks like. While I'm over here, I'm gonna go ahead and take y'all off the tripod so I can take y'all outside with me. Y'all ready to go see what it look like outside? I'm ready to go outside. I don't need the water out there because it rained last night, but I am going to put a little water on my plants, my indoor plants. Some of y'all saw I was visiting with my family this past week, and they just all have beautiful, oh, I got to cover this up. They all just have beautiful plants at their homes. And these can use the little plants. As y'all can see, this is my pothos plant. I meant to show y'all my sister's plants. It was so beautiful. But this one grows all the way up here, and then comes back down. So it's a beautiful plant also. I love my plants, as y'all can see. That's life. So life. All right, so let me take y'all outside. Ready? Come with me outside. Here, over here, this big bushel you see over here, this beautiful big plant with the purple flowers. This is an eggplant. It's for eggplants. You can see the other little seed there growing up there. I had an issue here with my squash. While I was gone, I noticed that I had my son actually, you know, FaceTime me, and I saw that it had like a mildew on it, and it began to spread all to my new squash that I planted down in here. So I'm gonna see if I can redeem any of this by putting a different fertilizer and treating it as well. This here is my grapevine that I have. I have this grapevine. No grapes yet. You know, grapevine can take over a year to actually mature and actually produce. But this is the cucumbers. So you can see how they begin to get the little, and the flowers begin to, they get pollinated, and then they create cucumbers. So that's what we got here. And then here is my cabbage. As you can see, it's just on the beginning stages, but my cabbage is growing through. I have a couple of different ones in here. They're growing. They're doing pretty good though. This is all the stuff that I planted if you actually saw it previously. And I have collard greens. Here's my collards here. Yep. Something's eating at them, so I am going to see what I can do to treat them. If anybody have any suggestions, let me know. But this is my fall collards. I have some kale coming in right here. Also, this is my green beans. These are going to be green beans. I have several of those stalks, as you can see. In this pot over here where the green beans are growing, these are carrots. I had some 7 dust. Do you think that'll be good for that? I did have some of that. I think I still have some in my shed. Yeah, Sevin. Yes, I think I do have some of that. You think I should put some of that on my collards? Because I really do want my collards to come through. You know, I planted so much in one space. I wasn't aware that that's what I was doing, but I could have spread these into probably 2-3 different pots. Probably had more room. Also the for the cucumbers too. But this is my fall planting. Now most of y'all watched my summer. You know, these are all my peppers. I still have a few peppers on here. My pepper plants. One over there. I have a pepper or 2 on that one. But they're coming down as far as the season goes. Here is my tomato plant. I need to get some nutrients for this, some calcium, and some different fertilizers for this one as well. I think I'm going to add some. I got some bone meal, but I'm getting a tomato here, as you can see. This was the tomato plant that was attacked by the hornworms. I don't remember if y'all remember. I had the hornworms, and they attacked my Roma tomatoes. This is a Roma tomato plant right here, and this is what it grew up to be after all of that. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I am doing that. I think I have some in my shed. Definitely look at that. I know I might have froze. So if I froze, I'm coming back. Let me know if you can hear me by typing in fall. If you can hear me, can you hear me? Thank you. All right, so here is more peppers that are still trying to grow. I got red and orange here that's growing in. I got a couple of bell peppers back here that's growing in. And the oddest thing is I actually got some watermelons, y'all. Got me a few watermelons that came through here. Got one underneath here. Yep. So I got me a little watermelons too. So I got a little bit of everything, like Damo said back here. This is where, you know, this is actually, I still can use these. It's a little bit of green onion left. I've been really using these quite a bit. And then they started to grow again after I got as many as I could use out of it. But these are the green onions. Right now, I'm not using the beets for the beets, but I'm using it for the greens. If you see the greens, I'm actually eating the greens from the beets because I love beet greens. But my beets are really small, if you can actually see them down in there. They're super tiny. Yes. And then here, this is what I was speaking to you about my basil. In certain places, like this basil right here, probably is excellent. I could use it. But as you can see, in certain places, it began to flower already. So when it begins to flower, this is going to produce seeds. And then I can actually just replant these seeds, and they will be, I'll have it all over again next year. This here is my okra. Don't know if I'm ever going to get any okra from it, but if you can look and see, you can see the okra there. I love okra. There's a flower for the okra right there coming through. And then down here we got small okra. This just grew out of this stalk, if you can actually see. This is brand new stalk that just grew out. So it's doing its thing out here. You know, this is what I love about nature, y'all. You don't have to be out here instructing it. This is what I speak about all the time. Nature doesn't need instructions. You just sometimes have to, you know, when you're doing it kind of out of sync, because this actually should be growing from the natural ground, but I don't have any soil back here. As you can see, I'm all cement. You know, I have very little soil over there and very little over here. So I don't have a lot of soil back here. So I'm actually utilizing pots. But why not? Why not utilize pots? You can grow in pots. You know, you can grow your harvest in pots. You don't have to have the, you know, big land. A lot of people like, oh, when I get me 3-4 acres, or I can get a half an acre, or if I get a backyard. I don't live in an apartment, but I don't live in a home with a huge backyard, as you can see. You get what I mean? This is not a lot of space, but I make it happen. I make it work. This over here in the corner, where you see bits and pieces, like dead pieces, and you see like the ones that's striving. It's really the oddest things, but I'm letting it be, because this is my Cherokee purple tomato plant, and I heard that it can do anything at any time. So I'm watching it. I still water it. I still give it what it needs. So yes, definitely. So you don't, like I said, if you want to grow some stuff, you see I'm getting ready to grow stuff inside my house. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on how that turns out, how that looks, what that looks like, what it, you know, how it turns out. I'm definitely gonna keep y'all posted on that. And I'll be back on here more often with a couple different things going on. I didn't want to you know, leave my garden community hanging, even though I'm still gardening. I just hadn't been, you know, showing my face and showing my, you know, my whole, what I'm doing. So I'm just sharing with you today what I'm doing. I did the indoor planting for my ginger, parsley, thyme, oregano, sage, and basil. So this is what today holds. Okay, so and then here, just as a, you know, these are like little tricks, handy tricks. So because I have this leftover soil here, all I have to do, because that's why I put it in a garbage bag here, I'll pull this up here and I'll draw the bag and close it. And then with this tarp, I'll just fold it up. And then whenever I need to open it up and use it again, this tarp here, got it at Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere for like $5. It's a painting tarp, but I use it in my house so I don't get the dirt and soil all over the place. So pretty much that's it. And I got my little caddy that keeps all my little things in there. That's it. Nothing real, nothing special, not a lot of work, not a lot of work, not a lot of money that goes into it, but just think about the harvest that you get out of the foods that you actually plant. Think about the harvest that you get out of the foods that you plant. This summer, I have eaten so much from my garden. It's crazy. From strawberries to basil, as you saw, kale, lettuce, all the peppers you could think of, red, orange, yellow, banana peppers, sweet peppers, tomatoes. I made tomato sauce. I canned tomato sauce. I canned peppers and made salad pepper rings and banana pepper rings. I have had string beans from my green beans from my garden this summer that I put into a salad. I had, what else I have? Celery. I juiced my celery. I juiced my beets, my green onions. These are things that I normally go to the grocery store and get. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm able to produce it right here from my garden. I mean, it's not a huge garden and it ain't a lot, but it's enough for me, right? It's only me, so it does the job. I'm just gonna show y'all some of my jarred. Some of y'all might have saw the shorts on that. I just keep it in the dark so y'all can see. It's just kept in a dark space in here. But these are my pepper rings. And there's my sauce. There you go. So that's pretty much how it works. I'm about to get off here. For those that are connected to Queen's Alchemy, y'all probably see me live a little later. I probably come in and do a little juicing, a little kicking it. Other than that, y'all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching and tapping in with the Queendom Garden. Nature is the answer over here at Queendom Garden. Peace and love, love and wellness, peace and planting. Have a beautiful day, y'all. I'm out.